Hey everybody, Happy New Year to everybody. Today's my first video of 2023 and we're going to be looking at Windows 365. But we're going to go scientific in our next couple of videos. We're going to do some experiments. So today's experiment, we're going to look at rolling out a Windows 365 cloud PC with Azure AD Joined. And that's it. We're going to go for the Microsoft hosted network, not the Azure hosted network where you host the networking yourself. We're going to see how long it takes to deploy the cloud PC, and we'll go from there and see how long it takes. Awesome, so we're going to start off by looking at the Windows 365 portal, which you can get to by going to intune.microsoft.com or going to endpoint.microsoft.com. On the left-hand side, we go down to devices and we go down to provisioning, Windows 365 under provisioning. And here we are, we're in the Windows 365 portal, and what I normally do is I start from the right and go along to the left after. So first of all, we're going to look at user settings. So if we click on user settings, we're going to add some settings for myself. So let's call this just user settings. And then we'll go to enable local admin. And because I want to be a local admin on my machine, I want to be able to create, install applications and all the other stuff. If you've got users in your organization, you don't want them to be installing applications, obviously don't enable local admins. And this can be done group by group basis. So you can have a user group, you can have admin group, and you can work on that kind of basis there. Next, we've got a point in time restore service. So we're going to allow users to initiate restore services, which, I think restore service has been part of Windows for a long time. So it's really nice to see Windows 365 using point in time restores. And we can choose between 24, 16, 12, or 6 hours. Obviously, any data that's been created in a point of time restore does consume data within your hard drive of the cloud PC. So kind of be careful on what you want to do in terms of hours here. So we're going to stick to 12 hours. Then we're going to press next and we're going to assign it to a group. As I said before, we can have a user group, we can have an admin group. Personally, I'm just going to go for a user group which I'm in. I don't have to worry about admins and non-admins in my development environment. So we can press select, and that's my users for Windows 365 with using this PC type. I'm just going to copy. I'm going to do a really bad job. Oh, what am I doing? So we're going to copy that just for future purposes, and we're going to create that there. As I said, we've got user settings here. So in this experiment, as I said, we're not going to do Azure network connections. So we're not going to bring the cloud PC into our internal network for this experiment. We're just going to keep it exactly how it is. But notice if I do press create, I can do an Azure AD Join one, or I can do a Hybrid Azure AD Join one. And we'll do another video on both of them in the coming days and maybe weeks. Custom images. If I have a custom image that I want to be deployed, we can add it into Windows 365 via here. We've got to do some other stuff in the background, and maybe again we'll do another video of that in the future. Provisioning policies. So this is it. This is how we create the cloud PC for Windows 365. We create a policy and then we give it a name. So what I'd like to do is I like to give a provisioning policy per Windows 365 instance. Find it a little bit easier to manage that way. We're going to keep the join type as Azure AD, and we're going to keep the network as the Microsoft hosted network right there. Geography, we're going to put that into the United Kingdom, but notice you can put it into any of the other areas there, such as European Union, France, Germany, India, Japan, Norway, South Korea, Switzerland, UAE, or in the US. Notice that underneath that we get region. I'm going to put that as an automatic. At the moment, our UK West is available in the United Kingdom. UK South is available in the United Kingdom. UK West quite isn't there yet. And as is my video just before Christmas, we can enable single sign-on, and we are definitely going to do that straight away. We're going to press next. We can now choose the image that we want. So note that the default image now is Windows 11 Enterprise with Microsoft 365 apps 22H2. We can change that and have any kind of old versions. If we don't want Microsoft 365 in there, we can just have the OS optimized operating system. And then we've got all the different versions on the right hand side as well, alongside Windows 10. But again, I want it to be brand new. I want Microsoft 365 apps installed, and I want Windows 11. Note here, you can do a custom image as well, but as I said, we'll do that another time. Language and region, we've got loads to kind of pick from, all the usual ones in there, but we're going to go for United Kingdom English. Select service, manage and update cloud PCs manually, so that can be from Windows Update for Business, just getting users to update themselves, I guess. Or we can have Windows Auto Patch. Again, we're not going to do Windows Auto Patch today. I need to configure it in the environment. Maybe we'll do that for a video. But we're going to go none for now. We're going to press next, and then we're going to assign it to a group. So the group is going to be that one I showed earlier. The group uses Windows 365. And there we go. We're going to press next, and we're going to press create. But before we do that, let me just bring up my stopwatch, and we're going to see how long it takes for this to provision. I reckon it's going to take around 50 minutes, is my guess, to deploy it. So we're going to reset this one here, and we are going to start, and we're going to press create. So now if I go to all cloud PCs on the left hand side, I can see here that my machine is provisioning straight away. So, and we can see here the modified date. When I started, it was 10:57 with 34 seconds. So let's just sit here. Let's wait until. So that's quite extraordinary. I said just as we were going to create the provisioning policy, it's going to take 15 minutes, and it took 15 minutes and 16 seconds, give or take a couple of seconds, obviously, but just as expected, around 50 minutes. So the big question for this experiment, how long does it take to deploy a Windows 365 cloud PC? It takes 15 minutes for an Azure AD Joined machine on the Microsoft hosted network. Catch us up for a next video where I'm going to do a hybrid Azure AD Joined PC, and also going to do it on an Azure Joined network. So give us a like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, give us a follow. Thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.